the people of faith who are gathered here and rising up across this country want you to know you have met your match. Your threats to invade Chicago and Illinois and declare the war on the rights and freedoms of citizens by ordering masked men in unmarked cars and vans to kidnap men, women, and children and harass the people in our streets without representation or due process, simply by naming them criminals without evidence or proof, while the real criminal with 34 felonies sits behind a golden desk ordering chaos. Mr. Trump, you have met your match. We want you to know your insanity and intimidation does not intimidate us or frighten us. Rather, it has stirred up our faith and is rallying us together like the belly of dry bones. It's connecting black and white, brown and yellow, Muslim, Christian, and Jew, young and old. We're coming together as an army of faith, and we will not sit still, and we will not sit down. Rather, we will rise up and stand up and speak up for the most vulnerable and those at risk in our city. Yes, Mr. Trump, you have met your match. And just like God destroyed the golden calf of our ancestors, He's going to destroy the golden calf of tyranny and fascism. Mr. Trump, you may control your incompetent cabinet that you've appointed. You may control the pawns and weak-minded members of Congress and the Senate. And you may even control the spineless Supreme Court justices. But you do not control the God we serve. So like Dr. King said, we may have some difficulties, but we're not worried about anything. We're not fearing any man. And let me add especially an insecure villain and fascist. No, Mr. Trump, we're not sitting down. It's time you sat down.
So we got Chicago's gangsters and thugs saying they got switches for Trump's National Guard. Let's entertain that for maybe 2 seconds, right? First off, you think they don't know what you guys got? Where do you think those switches came from? You think they just spawned out of nowhere like video games? You think they just spawned out of nowhere, right? Secondly, what did you guys do to the National Guard when J.B. Pritzker deployed them during the Democrat National Convention? That's right. You guys took it to your own blocks, right? You guys took it to your own blocks, your own streets, and continue to banish each other to the shadow realm, right? Nobody ain't scared of your threats. You come on the internet and you spew that. You know that's a crime, right? To threaten the president. And on top of that, don't you think that they have something special for people like you? Like things that they haven't even used yet on the battlefield? Like they just hoping and praying. Because, you know, they spend most of their time bored. They want some type of exercise. And you look like the sport. I mean, you guys, man, at some point, you guys got to give it up. The block that you claim ain't even yours. And then on top of that, they're giving it away, hand over fist. If you know what's good for you, just get out of the way. Let them do their job. And then hopefully there's some crumbs for you to get to the bag.
Well, y'all talking about Mariah the Scientist. Oh, yeah, they outside for real.
Oh my God, this news right here is right. Chicago thugs saying they got switches for Trump's National Guard? Man, if that doesn't sound like a movie script, I don't know what does. But this ain't no movie. This is real life, and it tells us a lot about what's going on in America right now. Let's break this down because it's deeper than just gangs talking tough. This is about power, politics, and the street fighting back. Let's get into it.
I know he doesn't read. I know he doesn't listen to very many people, but I know he watches television. There is not an emergency in the city of Chicago. There is nothing that calls for having troops on the streets of the city of Chicago. We have crime like other cities do, but let's be clear. We are actually in better shape than the 30 biggest cities across the United States. In fact, over the last 4 years, we have seen homicides drop in half. And that is something that the President of the United States should pay attention to. I know he doesn't read. I know he doesn't listen to very many people, but I know he watches television. And so perhaps if somebody from Fox News or from Newsmax is here, they'll cover the fact that Chicago is in much better shape as a result of the work that we are doing to prevent crime, to interrupt crime, to reduce crime, to increase the number of police. Our state police are up during my time in office. I want the president to understand that we do not want troops on the ground in the city of Chicago. Neither do the people of Chicago or the people of the state. The president of the United States is doing this for theatrics. This is not because we've asked for it. It is not because there is some justice that he is going to seek. It is because he wants to create chaos. That is all this is about.
What up, people? I was going to talk to y'all about D.C. again, but there's no point. There's the people in Chicago, they're going crazy. Got people out here putting messages like they got switches and stuff, like they can actually fight the National Guard, the federal government. Come on, the National Guard, some guys wake up 6 o'clock in the morning 4 or 5 days a week, run 3-4 miles, and got training that's incredible. They, in fact, when I played football in college, they were the only people up at the same time we were doing training. They were doing more training than us. These people out of their minds. These people could probably barely jog about 30 feet before they get tired or before their pants fall down to their damn ankles and they trip over because they're wearing some goddamn Crocs or some shit like that. These people are not ready for war. That's crazy. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Like Chicago, y'all talking crazy. Y'all need to clear all the crime out of there. Y'all should want to live safe. I don't understand it. Why do you want to live in a city where whenever you go, your fear of violence, your fear of getting your car jacked, your fear of somebody sticking you up? Don't nobody want that. And then we're unaliving each other. It's time to stop. Come on, Chicago, LA, New York, Pittsburgh, Louisiana, Texas, wherever you at, wake up. Stop unaliving each other. Peace.
Donald Trump just declared war on fucking Chicago. Take a look. There it is. The sitting fucking U.S. president just said Chicago's about to find out why they call it the Department of War. If you're in Chicago, we are protesting at Ida B. Wells and Michigan Avenue at 5 p.m. Until then, I'm going to drink an espresso martini and fuck this fucking dictator. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck ICE. We ride at dawn.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. Nigga, this is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever.
Yeah, that's not smart. I don't know who these YNs think they are, but you're not fighting the U.S. military.
What?
And these threats ain't stopping Trump from putting the National Guard in your city. If anything, it's going to make him want to put the National Guard in your city even more.
I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for...
Yeah, them switches ain't tanks. Them switches ain't what the U.S. military got.
That shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro?
What are you... What? Hey, rap music got y'all thinking that these gangs are untouchable. Rap music got y'all thinking these gangs are invincible. This is rap culture and this is black culture.
There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself. Nope.
Listen, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares. That's not stopping anything. You see what just happened in Washington, D.C., and they were number 4 in homicides. Chicago's number 1 in homicides, I believe. This city needs it the most. They're probably going to send more National Guardsmen to Chicago. But this right here, this is just straight delusion. Americans are delusional, and I hate to say it, but the black community is delusional as well. So a lot of people respond to this, including myself. We told this guy he was crazy, so then he tried to backtrack. Watch him try to backtrack and switch up everything that he said because common sense came through. Let's check it out, man. And make sure y'all hit the like button for your boy.
I made a video about the National Guard, about Trump coming to Chicago, right? I said, well, Trump don't come to Chicago, which he is, no matter what. I mean, he's the president of the United States.
No. Oh, now it is. Now it's, he's coming no matter what. He's the president of the United States. But you just made a video basically saying, as if you're going to stop Trump. Like you're going to persuade Trump not to come to Chicago.
Constantly telling people in the video, under no circumstances, bro, it's a lot of bad people in Chicago that's going to fight back against the National Guard. I'm not saying that the fact that Trump isn't going to do his job or whatnot. I'm saying that the fact that there's going to be people in the city that are going to at least try to fight back the National Guard. Now, I'm not saying that the National Guard can't take them out, because obviously they got that power too.
That's basically what you were saying.
Some dumbass nigga talking about, oh, it's a threat. Why isn't this guy locked?
Nah, don't try to switch up now, bro. We heard you.
So first, let's get this straight. What is a switch? A switch is a little device you put on a regular gun and it turns it into a machine gun. In other words, instead of pop, 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 you get brrrt, brrrt. Super dangerous. And it's illegal too. But the fact that these guys in Chicago are saying, yo, we're ready for the National Guard with switches. That's scary and bold at the same time. Now remember, Trump talked a lot about sending the National Guard into cities like Chicago to stop crime. And you know how Chicago is always in the headlines for shootings and violence. So basically, the street dudes are like, if Trump sent his soldiers, we ain't scared, we're ready. That's a big statement. Now let's think about this. Why would they even say something like that? One reason is fearlessness. A lot of these guys grow up in tough neighborhoods where every day feels like a war zone already. So if you tell them the government is sending soldiers, some of them might laugh and say, so what? We deal with this every day. Second reason is distrust of authority. Many people in Chicago, especially in the black community, don't trust the government, they don't trust police, and they don't trust Trump. So instead of seeing the National Guard as help, they see it as invasion. And third, let's be real, it's also about ego and image. The streets are all about respect. Saying you are ready for the National Guard sends a message. We ain't scared of nobody, not even the president's army. Whether that's true or not, it breeds the rep. Yes. Yeah, but here is the thing that makes this story even crazier. Imagine the headlines if something actually popped off between gangs in Chicago and the National Guard. That would be chaos. The whole world would be watching like, yo, is this America or a war zone? And it also raises some deep questions. Who really runs the street, gangs or the government? If the National Guard comes in, does that really solve crime or does it just add more violence? And what does it say about America when people would rather fight soldiers than trust the system? See, that's the bigger story. It's not just about guns and switches. It's about broken trust between communities and leaders. Yeah, when people don't feel protected, they prepare to protect themselves, even if it remains going against the government. That's powerful and dangerous at the same time. So at the end of the day, this whole situation is like a warning. If the government and the people don't find common ground, things can explode. I'm telling you, things can explode. Chicago is just one city, but it shows what happens when communities feel left behind. Yeah, that's all I had to say about this. So, what do you all think? Should Trump have sent the National Guard, or would that just make things worse? And do you believe these guys really got switches ready, or is it just tough talk? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this one right here, it's heavy. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.